Good morning. Well, it's time to put together this card. It's the next morning, and I have everything ready. Got my coffee. Gotta have a cup of coffee. And I've got the card all cut out, but I'm going to need to make an alteration on it. Not because of the cuts, but because of the colors that I chose. I had originally, this is the design where it would have the inside, and I went with a pink paper for the smile. See how it just sparkles and glimmers? Because it looks nice sticking up from the front of the paper, but what I didn't realize is on the inside of the paper, it just kind of falls right in and you don't see it. So where this is designed to do that. So what I did is I cut a larger piece of this creamy yellow paper, and I'm going to place that on there and then the smile so that it stands out. So we'll do that first. Excuse me, I took a sip of the coffee and it went down the wrong way. So I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. You're going to love this card. This is actually the fourth one I'm making. I did a video yesterday, and I'll show you the card in a little while. But I redid it basically because I made the card inside out. And although it looks wonderful, it's very obvious that the card, well, not obvious, obvious to me. And now, excuse me just a minute, I'm back. My zip dry was clogged, and so I needed my little thing, and I didn't know whether I could get my hands on it right away. I'm using zip dry. I like it on letters because it's easy to move and maneuver. And I cracked the lid on it, and that's what the problem is it's drying out the inside a little bit. There we go. I'm getting a lot on now. I hope everyone's having a good day. You're going to love this design. And I am going to give you it so that you have it and you can make your own. But I want you to really try making this card. And on your own, and maybe a different, since this says smile, maybe a different word. There's lots of them on Gypsy Wandering that you can use that are just wonderful for this. When I decided to use the word smile, I needed some friendship cards, #1, and I decided to do that, and it was late at night, and I honestly could not think of any other thing to do. So that's why the word smile. Now, see how that stands out now? Look at that. Doesn't that look much better? Got a little bit of overflow on that. Now, what I did, oh, well, I got the zip dry out. I might as well put the little center of the flower in. I've got a little piece of bling there, the dark pink that matches the dark pink. And we'll work on, while this is drying, we will work on the cupcake. I did the cupcake, I took the top, I just used a plain white sheet of paper. And then what I did is I embossed it with the swirl design. And then after I embossed it, I took and I used white stickles all the way through, and then used the other colored stickles so that and see how it just glimmers and shimmers and sparkly. So I did that instead of the little speckles that they have, sprinkles that they had in, and I didn't want to cut them and play with the little pieces of paper and all that. Instead, I just used stickles and took the lazy way out. I've already chalked my little cheeks on the cupcake. And you know what? I gotta make sure I've got this going in the right direction. This is where I ran into problems yesterday. Made a cupcake and had the base of the cup. I thought I grabbed the top of the cupcake and did it backwards, but I had the base of the cupcake wrong. So I wanted to make sure that it was right this time. And it is. I get going on these videos and I don't check my work ahead of time when I'm doing, because I get nervous making these videos with you. I don't know whether you know that or not. Don't think all the way through a lot of times. There. Cupcake has to dry a minute because the stickles, I put so much stickles on that it actually curved the paper. I know what we can do. If we use the cup of coffee, set the coffee on it till it dries. Give it a little weight. I moved it. There we go. Okay. Now, we'll move on and start with the other ones so that... And you know what? Instead of doing that, I am going to show you the other cards that I made. Now, remember I said on the video I'm teaching the tutorial on how to design the card, I said that if you use letters on the front, you had to flip it. And this is why. See how it's backwards like this, but perfect here? This is the 4th of July card that I made. And then this is the other 2 smile cards that I made. And this is the original cut of it, and see how the paper goes down like that. And I use, this is so awesome. This is Smoky, oh, I've got to write it down. Smoky something. Smoky Crystal. And Smoky Quartz, excuse me, Smoky Quartz, and it matches the inside of the card. And there's something else I got to tell you about too. But it matches perfect. And I did the technique that I use when I do the glitter, is I put the glitter on and then I run it through the Cuttlebug to set the glitter so that the glitter doesn't go all over the place. And there's my cupcake. And again, I used stickles. Now, one thing I learned last night, because I love this paper, but when I cut it backwards, I cut it where the paper, as you look at it like that. And what I actually wanted is this to be the outside of the card and this to be the inside of the card. So what I learned though last night, because I had another sheet of this paper, and I actually used a different one that was a glitter paper, and I put it like this on my mat to go cut it. Well, let me teach you something if I teach you nothing else. Do not put glitter paper like this on your mat. It won't stick. It'll only hold for a little while, and then it'll literally pop up off of the mat itself because of the glitter as it's cutting through. And I got part of a cut done, part of the smile done, and all of a sudden it just lifted. And dummy here thought, okay, I used a bad mat, got a fresh mat, tried it again on the second sheet of paper, put the glitter paper down. So what you would have to do if you want the glitter on the outside like this one is you would literally have to flip your design And I haven't figured out, I haven't worked with it yet, but the design would have to be flipped so that you're cutting it with the smile backwards on this side, like that. So you would have to flip the design so that smile is backwards here, okay? So if you want to do yours on glitter paper like I originally wanted. Now we should have a cupcake that's dry. And we do. And I'm going to use the zip dry again because I find it much easier to maneuver. Oh, I was going to use pop dots. Oh well. Guess this one's going to be flat. See, I got the the tape out and everything. Oh well, this one will be flat. Isn't that just too cute? Smile. Love those. And you all have this because you've got the Gypsy Wanderings, and you have the Smile because you got that free. So be sure to download this file, and you've got a nice little card, and you can, this is what the original will have on the inside as far as, I got a little glue there, got it off. As far as sentiment area, on this one, because of the colors I chose, I hand cut a larger one so that it would fit in there. But that's it for today. Another simple project that's as cute as can be and yet unique. I mean, you don't see cards like this in the store where you've got the words as a part of the card like that. Isn't that just too nice? Now I still have one more smile card to make, but I'm not going to bore you and make it, since you just saw me make the other one. I'll go ahead and make my card, and I want to get up and make sure you can see all those cards, so bear with me. My camera does not have one of those, and I'm going to move it closer, does not have one of those remotes to it. So there we have the USA, the Smile, and then the new Smile card that I just made with you this morning, right there. And we're all set. You have a great day. Bye now.